I just got to the spot and the conditions are freaking horrible. Super windy. The waves are massive. The current looks like it's just gonna sweep you to the abyss. And on top of all that, my homie called in last minute this morning saying that his freaking vag was sore and he had to pull out. So I'm out here all alone. But I'm gonna make the best of it. All that stuff doesn't even matter when you got a positive attitude. I'm thinking about camping over here overnight. It's a pretty sick spot. It's been a while and I am itching to go dive. I'm gonna be really careful and I'm gonna take out my Evolve CT9 and go get some reef fish. So I'm gonna suit up and jump in the water. Chee! First drop of the day, and I am not feeling it at all. The swell is super big, the water is really murky, and I just have a really uneasy feeling about everything. So I try to clear my mind, and I take a drop in the shallows to warm up. I need to get used to hunting in this murk and adjust my style accordingly. There's lots of life in this little area, which is always a good sign. I spot this munu, so I load up my 3-prong. But when I reach out, he swims away a little bit. Then, as the munu is coming back, out of nowhere, this massive roy swims right behind him, and it kind of threw me off guard, so I decided to not shoot anything quite yet. This is my first drop, so I'm not rushing anything. Sweet little honu coming to give me some aloha. I swam out to where it gets deeper and thankfully it cleared up a little bit. Not much, but enough for me to enjoy my dives more. I'm kind of looking around and I don't see much. And then I notice this nice sized moo pile. And I'm pretty close to them, which is shocking. I didn't see them from the surface, so I was tripping out. They aren't really swimming away fast either. They get spooked a little bit, so I get into my moo hunting phase and see if I can attract them back to me. They're definitely interested in me, but no one is busting out the kamikaze and coming within 3-prong range. The smaller ones come back and check me out, but I'm not interested in them. So now it's just the waiting game. This red uhu knows that I'm hunting a moo, so she throws some sand all over to help attract the moo back towards me. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but I appreciate the kind gesture. I try to wait them out a little bit longer, but I can tell that they're going to keep their distance, so I head back up and try to come up with a better game plan. The game plan that I came up with was just try to dive bomb them. But this time I'll be ready. I load up my Evolve 3-prong and I start getting all giddy inside. These moo are letting me get close. He started to swim away really hard, so I let go of my 3-prong and let him take it. Then I pin him against the rocks. I get a strong grip on him, grab my Evolved knife, and then I brain him. I put my knife back in my holster, and I look around to see if anything came in with all that commotion. The moo pile is still pretty close, so I pull the moo off, and I start flashing them around to bring one in. Nothing is really interested, so I dial in on this fat Roy. I start chumming up this invasive species to see if anything else would come in, but no luck. So I decide to change spots. I found this big hole in the reef, so I had to take a drop and explore it. There is a mountain pile of tape, but I'm trying to sneak more into the cave to see if I can find a monster-sized mapache in there. The kind size where one will feed 2 people. Big old monster. There's gotta be one lurking in the dark. Somewhere. It's super eerie in here, but I see a pretty big school in the back there. Nothing worth shooting, so I make my way out and on to the next spot. I took a random drop to check under this rock, and I see this big tail swimming around in the darkness. It's a pretty decent sized Aloha. And aw shiznit, the game is on. I power up my CT9 for Aloha, and I bust out some grunts to see what he does. And what he does is, he swam away. I'm still having a pretty uneasy feeling in the water, like something is just off. Maybe it's the murk, maybe it's the swell, I don't know what, but I decide to swim in. I get to the exit and I'm just gauging how bad the swell is. The surge is very powerful near the exit. The fisheye lens on the GoPro makes the waves look so small, about half the size than they actually are. The water is looking pretty flat right now, so I see an opportunity to get out. I stick my head in the water to find my foot placement. I use the surge from this little wave to push me onto the rocks, but it actually sucks me out and I lose my grips.
Oh shit!
Then this big wave comes in and smashes me onto the rocks and sweeps my whole body into this deep hole. Right now, my whole body is in this hole. I can't even touch the bottom with my feet and I'm submerged completely underwater. Boom, I pull my body out of the hole, and right now all I have is one fin and my 3-prong. I'm looking all over for my missing fin, but I can't see it anywhere. So I throw my fin back on so I can take some drops and look underwater for it. I really can't see anything underwater because of all the whitewash. And the surge is so strong that it's really scary to go any shallower. I take another drop. I hold onto the rock with all my might, hoping that the surge will pull the fin back towards me. I take another drop and move in for a closer look, but I still don't see it. I have to go into the danger zone to look for it. I see a little opening, so I chance it. I'm looking all over for it while I'm panicking. I don't want to get pounded over here. I'm hoping I'll see my fin pop up in all this whitewash. When I surface and I see this wave hit, I realize that I could have just got disintegrated. I search around some more on the outside, hoping it'll get pulled out towards me, but no luck. I decide this is just too dangerous and I gotta head in. Well, that was a horrible experience. I got pounded into the rocks. I lost one of my brand new fins. I've only dove in those fins like 20 times. And those are some expensive fins, man. They're like over 600 bucks. Thankfully, on the positive side, I still have one. I kicked around in that whitewash for about 30 minutes trying to find it, but it was getting really dangerous. I kept getting swept in more and it wasn't worth losing my life over, so I got out of there. I busted up my knuckle pretty bad. I think that's why I let go of my fin. My finger's kind of sprained right now. But that's the way it goes sometimes. You win some and you lose some. So now I gotta drive back home, grab my spare fins, come back here and try and search for my lost fin in the ocean. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. There's no way I'm gonna find that thing. So I'm not looking forward to my drive back home and then drive back over here, but it's all about having a positive attitude. This is gonna be a good time. All right. Hours and I finally made it back to the destination. Got my spare fins, The chances of me finding my lost fin is slim to none. They've just been getting pounded out this whole time, but I'm willing to take those chances. I'm gonna search high and low for that bad boy, and I'm coming out with that lost fin. If not, I'm coming out with some fish. Either way, win-win. So I'm gonna gear up, jump in the water, and go find that bad boy. Shee-hoo!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ah! Holy shit. Ah! Woo! Woo! Oh my gosh.
As you can see, the swell picked up quite a lot. I sat on that rock for about 15 minutes contemplating if I was gonna do this or not. I was just observing and learning the swells coming in. There was so much whitewash, I couldn't even search anywhere near the shallow area. It was just way too dangerous. Look how much the surge pushes me forward right here. I searched for my fin for about 10 minutes but gave up on it pretty quickly. I swam out to see if the murk would clear up, but it did not. After getting smashed on the rocks on my first dive, I'm feeling pretty paranoid right now. I take a drop to clear my head, and I see this fat Aloha on the top of the reef, kind of checking me out. I bust out some grunts to see what he'll do. I see him swimming straight towards me. I'm thinking there's no way in the world I would ever shoot this guy right now, even if he gave me the perfect stone shot. Trying to haul him out under these conditions would be impossible. As I'm swimming up, I spot this honu, and I look a little closer and I notice it's missing one of its fins. Right now, all that I'm picturing is the time Leo filmed this monster tiger shark trying to eat this turtle. The turtle escapes, and then the tiger shark heads straight for Leo. He has to divert the tiger away with a hard poke. Now I'm super paranoid about being in the water, and all I want to do is get the heck out of here. I get to the exit, and the swell has picked up tremendously since this morning. After analyzing what happened on my first dive, this time I unscrew my 3-prong tip off, and I fling my CT9 onto the rock so I don't have to worry about that anymore. How's this bomber coming in? I'm actually a little worried about getting messed up again, so I just floated right here for a while, and I got my game plan together. So there's 3 ways to exit out of a spot. The first way is to take both of your fins off, which is my favorite way. When you have both fins off, once you get your feet planted at your exit, you can just climb the rocks quickly and get to safety fast. The downfall is that you're way more vulnerable to the surge, and you have to be good at swimming without fins on. The second way is to swim out of the exit with your fins on. This way you can power through the surge easier and you can boost onto the rocks if you need to. The downfall is that now you're vulnerable while you sit there trying to take your fins off and you're hoping a fat set doesn't come in and smash you. The third way, which is what I'm doing right here, is to leave one fin on and take one fin off. That way I get a little boost to fight the surge and I can climb the rocks a little bit quicker than having both fins on. But as you can see, I'm still moving pretty slow having that one fin on. So that was really dumb and really stupid, and I shouldn't have jumped in. No amount of money is worth risking your body over. Mother Nature is trying to tell me not to jump in, but I'm such a knucklehead and I wanted to try and find my fin so bad I just sent it. And yeah, that was pretty scary. I hope you guys can learn a lot from my mistake right there. It was crazy windy at my dive spot, so I drove around for about 30 minutes and found this little cool zone. Kind of has some wind blockage, so I'm gonna camp out over here for the night and wake up early, drive back to the dive site and try again. See if I can find my fin. Hopefully it's clear and a lot calmer tomorrow. Right now I'm gonna unpack my truck and get ready for moi moi. Shee. Big black ball. Everything inside here except for my bed has a layer of red dirt on it. Cannot go camping without the furry pillow. Safety first. Go for a little night stroll. See what's happening. Whoa, it's windy! Ooh, it's windy and cold. Oh, my body is kind of sore. Oh man. The wind is howling. The water looks incredibly murky, but the good news is it does look like the swell went down about 1 foot, so I'll take it. I gotta pack up my campsite, drive to my dive spot, check it out one last time. I'm pretty much taking the L on my fin though. There's no way I'm finding that thing. That thing is gone. 650 bucks down the drain. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Well, the conditions are only getting worse, so I gotta hurry up and pack up my campsite, drive to my dive spot, take a quick little dip. These conditions are just horrible. but it's making me a tougher camper, that's for sure. So let's go check them out. Shoo! I don't know if it's because I slept or that this is my third time diving in these conditions, but right now I feel pretty comfortable. The dirty murk and the crazy surge is normal to me now. I looked around for my fin for about 20 minutes and decided that it was a goner. I see this uhu acting super curious on me, but then she kind of dipped out. I can tell by her behavior that I can attract her back. Kind of like when a chick gives you all the signs, you gotta know what to look for. So I load them up and wait for her to return my call. I made the lazy mistake of not powering up my Evolve enough. I thought I had her in the bag, and instead of pinning her, I tried to pull her in towards me, but she kicked off and swam off pretty strong. Guaranteed she's gonna be just fine in a couple days. Just a small kind of headache till then. I see a lot of life surrounding this cave, so I take a drop down for a closer look. When I'm taking a drop, I like to keep my 3-prong near my head, so if my head is about to bump into a rock, my 3-prong will hit it first and protect my noggin. I got a lot of useless information in there that needs protecting. And then boom, I get blessed with the yellow queen, Miss Queen Nenui. I venture out to the depths to see what else I can find. On my way up, I spot a monster-sized okole. So I reach out and poke him. Fatty for sure. I only need a couple of this size. Next drop, this little tasty munu was tempting me way too much. I spotted a good size Amilu on the other side of this big boulder. I get to the bottom and I can see him charging in straight towards me. And right on the side there's these 2 fat collies. I'm super tempted to take one of these collies, but I haven't eaten a Amilu in a while, so I tell the collies to hold on. Let me brain this Amilu real quick, and then I'll show you something cool. I brain the Amilu. I put my Evolve knife back in his holster and make my way towards the collies. I saw them swim up in this direction, but I don't see them quite yet. So I continue to make my way up the reef. I get to the top and I spot them on the far left over there. I bust out some desperate grunts and try to attract them back to me, but they was over it and they dipped out. Next drop and I spot a smaller size Moana collie up on the top there. Now normally I would let one this size go, but after hunting those other ones that got away, I got pretty hungry for one. And then I spot another monster-sized kole that I need for my dinner spread. How's this fatty? Fatty okole. Last drop of the sesh. And so I need to smash 2 more koles for Din Din. The kole moved in front of that coral head and I kind of nailed them a little bit. My bad. But these koles are so massive. Round 3 at this exit now. And I got this dialed in. I take off my 3-prong tip and I launch my CT9 to safety. As I'm taking off my other fin here, the surge kind of pulls it away from me. And I gotta grab it real fast with my feet. Had some small kind flashbacks right there. Look at how much faster I can get out and climb the rocks without my fins on. Once I get my feet planted, I'm out of there. Got the fat amilu, some fat okoles. I couldn't find my fin, but I'm still stoked. You just can't go wrong with the Evolve 3-prong. You can check them out at evolvediving.com and use my promo code HAMMA for 10% off your entire order. Right up the road, there's this very special magical beach that I haven't been to in years. So let's go check them out. Shee-hoo! This is the magical beach right here. I remember I used to come here as a kid way back in the day and there would be absolutely no one around. Nowadays it's kind of a shit show, but that's just the way it goes. Back in the day, if you knew about this place, you're pretty special.
Charged to bring us back.
I was just camping, I'm not a driver.
Oh,
Yeah. This guy is though.
yeah, I know, but he needed time.
Oh, try ask him for the next guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like try look at my car, it's packed already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys got it though.
Okay.
That was super sick. That beach is pretty special to me. Lots of mana there. But I can't wait to get home and wash everything. Absolutely everything is covered in red dirt. I need to do some major cleaning. Even though this was a very extremely challenging camping mish. The good news is that I found this magical black ball. And what this ball does is that it takes the pain away from losing my brand new $650 mantra fin. I can't even remember losing it now. I got plenty of fish for grind. I'm gonna fry that kole till it's golden brown and crunchy. I'm gonna steam those goatfish and pour some hot oil on them bad boys. I'm gonna make some panko crusted nuggets out of that big omilu with a nice mayo wasabi sauce. And you can never go wrong with moo fried in butter and garlic. Mahalos for watching. Cheers!